This is First Peter's 3:1. Likewise, ye wives, be in subjection to your own husbands, that if any obey not the word, they also may without the word be won by the conversation of the wives, while they behold your chaste conversation coupled with fear, whose adorning, let it not be the outward adorning of plaiting of the hair, and of wearing of gold, or of putting on apparel, but let it be the hidden man of the heart, in that which is not corruptible, even the ornament of a meek and quiet spirit, which is in the sight of Yahweh of great price. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutation to you, Akim, pushing his word with true sincerity, with charity, presenting your bodies as a living sacrifice. We are ready to live. Salute you. Okay. So I just want to go to into this lesson. All right, I'm gonna call it Inner Space. All right, it's based on this movie. It's based on this movie called Inner Space. All right, and you got what's called outer space. A lot of movies are about going out into outer space, different planets and stuff. But this movie was about a guy being in a ship and basically being shrunken and going into another man's body, and it being like outer space, being inside this body, all right. And reason why I'm titling after this movie, I was just thinking about this movie. It was a pretty good movie. Came out in '87. I was about 7 years old when this came out, and you know it made me think about how we have to clean the inner man, because basically he went and he had to go shrink down, go into this man's body and basically correct something that was wrong. All right. And basically that's something that, we have to do constantly, consistently, a constant check. And, then if we can't do it, then we also have, just like this man did, brothers that will, pick our brains and, basically, or just, as the scripture says, one may seem first in his own cause, but his neighbor comes searching them out. So if you're sick, spiritually, mentally, or any of that, the spirit, the Lord could put the spirit on certain men to search that out and correct what is wrong within you. All right, well, spiritually, or mentally, sometimes even physically, brothers, with herbs and knowledge of those type of things, all right. And that's what, the Lord wants, an inner examination, man. That's why I brought out that scripture. Let me go back to it. Right. First Peter 3:3, whose adorning, let it not be the outward adorning of plaiting of the hair, of the wearing of gold, or of putting on apparel. And when the Lord spoke about those wicked scribes and Pharisees, man, he basically said, beware of the leaven of the Pharisees. Okay. Beware of the leaven of the Pharisees. All right. Sometimes we have leaven and we don't even know we have it, and the Lord will put the spirit on a brother to let you know. All right. Okay. But let it be the hidden man, right? Showing you the scripture, it's talking about, it's referring to women, but this isn't just talking about women, obviously. All right. Because it says the inner man. Okay. But let it be the hidden man of the heart, and in that which is not corruptible, even the ornament of a meek and quiet spirit, which is in the sight of Yahweh of good price, right? So the inner man, cleaning the inner man, all right, which is the hardest fight that one could fight, you know. All right, this is Proverbs 16:32. He that is slow to anger is better than the mighty, and his excuse me, he that ruleth his spirit than he that taketh a city. All right. Right. He that is slow to anger is better than the mighty, and he that ruleth his spirit is better than one that taketh the city. Right. All right. So yeah, man. And conquering yourself is likened unto conquering a city, man. All right. It's actually like conquering an entire world. All right. All right, because we're a world within a world. All right, each one of us, It's funny because they call your head your dome. All right, which is pretty much where your spirit resides. You know, but we're spirits in these avatars, as the scriptures talk about in the Book of Jude, the chains of darkness. All right, okay. So these bodies that we're in, they're pretty much a prison. All right, all right. They're more a prison than anything else. And we can get bogged down, as the scripture says. All right, this is Wisdom of Solomon 9:15. For the corruptible body presses down the soul, and the earthly tabernacle weigheth down the mind that museth upon many things. So this is the fight, as the scripture says, man. The spirit wars against the flesh, and these are contrary one to the other. So it's a fight, but it's one that we have to win, or else. They say that in the world, or else. Well, or else, shit, we're gonna be destroyed, man. All right, this is 2nd Ezra 7:57. Then answered he me and said, This is the condition of the battle which man that is born upon the earth shall fight. That if he be overcome, he shall suffer, as thou hast said. But if he get the victory, he shall receive the thing that I say. For this is the life whereof Moses spake unto the people. Right? Well, that's the point. So if he get the victory, but if you, and the scriptures talk about how if wisdom, if you go astray from wisdom, she will leave you to your own ruin. All right, you know, scriptures talk about how when your flesh and your body are consumed, you would say, "How have I not heeded my teachers that spoke unto me?" All right, so it's a fight, but it's one that has to be won. There's no exceptions. All right. There's no exceptions, man. We have to conquer the man, All right. And just like the Lord told those wicked scribes and Pharisees, man, clean the inside of the cup and platter, man. All right. Clean the inside, man. Clean the inward, man. All right. This is the fight. This is the condition of the battle, man. And it's not easy, you know. It's actually the hardest thing a man can do. All right. You know, it's the hardest thing a man can do, you know. But it's beneficial, man. It's beneficial to the walk we're on. It's beneficial to our salvation, man. Because the scripture says, "Let no man take thy crown," and the main person trying to take your crown, our crowns, are ourselves, man. Is this flesh, all right, this body. Hey, to quote my elder Yaki in Chicago, this flesh wants to convince you that this is who you are. But the spirit was way before the flesh, man. And we've had many bodies in many lifetimes, man. You know. but we have to get it right this time, man. There's no exceptions, otherwise we're dead. All right, you know, failure is not an option, man. You know, so yeah, just know a little lesson I wanted to do. Just a little observation, exhortation. Also, if you get time, and you don't have anything to do, I would suggest watch that movie, Inner Space. It's old '80s movie, but I might just check it out. you know. But yeah, I hope this lesson was edifying and shalom. Bye.